Two-factor authentication or 2FA is a tool that organizations use to secure online accounts. It adds a layer of security on top of a username and password. Many organizations implement 2FA to prevent account takeover and credential stuffing. However, fraudsters are finding ways to bypass 2FA security measures, and many users choose not to enable 2FA because it has a negative impact on user experience or UX. Hello and welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. Traditionally, two-factor authentication can play an important role in securing your website by blocking a number of application-based attacks. Two-factor authentication adds an additional layer of security to the authentication process by making it harder for attackers to gain access to a person's device or online accounts, because even if the victim's password is hacked, a password alone is not enough to pass the authentication check. There are many different devices and services for implementing 2FA, from tokens to radio frequency identification or RFID cards to smartphone apps. Despite the two-factor authentication, people are falling prey to cyber fraud attacks. This is because fraudsters are increasingly using social engineering tactics to extract confidential banking information from customers. They are using scripts based on greed, threat and help, that is GTH, and luring customers in sharing passwords, PINs, OTPs and other confidential information. In a way, fraudsters are attempting to hack consumers' minds as they are failing to manipulate the system. Fraudsters have derived new ways to steal the second-factor authentication details from the customers. They are creating fake websites which are lookalike and asking customers to click and fill in their credentials like customer ID, password, OTP, etc., which are then used by fraudsters to do unauthorized transactions and defraud the customers. Customers, on the other hand, continue to believe that the secret code or information was not shared by them. Hence, consumers need to be more careful while transacting digitally. Customers need to stay vigilant while clicking any link which is sent by any unknown person or number, and should ideally refrain from submitting their secret codes or information on the sites which are open through such links. It is true that at times the implementation of two-factor authentication is flawed to the point where it can be bypassed entirely. Verification codes are usually read by the user from a physical device of some kind. Many high-security websites now provide users with a dedicated device for this purpose, such as the RSA token or keypad device that you might use to access your online banking or work laptop. In addition to being purpose-built for security, these dedicated devices also have the advantage of generating the verification code directly. It shows that there is no end to the technology development. It has to be a continuous process. Now, let us look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. RBI Governor assures ease of inflation in second half of 2022-23. The central bank governor Shaktikanta Das said that inflation is likely to ease gradually in the second half of the current financial year. He added that price stability is key to maintaining macroeconomic and financial stability. He also said that the monetary policy must take timely actions to anchor inflation and inflation expectations so as to place the economy on a strong and sustainable growth pedestal. Blockchain.com loses $270 million to 3AC. Cryptocurrency firm Blockchain.com has lost $270 million on its loans to crypto hedge fund 3 Arrows Capital, days after 3AC filed for bankruptcy, seeking protection from creditors in the US. Blockchain.com CEO Peter Smith said that the firm remains liquid and solvent and its customers will not be impacted. He also pointed out that 3 Arrows has borrowed and repaid over $700 million worth of cryptocurrency in the 4 years that the firm has been a counterparty of Blockchain.com. Bengaluru police sees fake call centers cheating US citizens. The Bengaluru police have busted 2 fake call centers in the city that were used to deceive thousands of American citizens through a web of deceit and data theft. Police raided 2 offices of Ethical Infotech Private Limited in Gayatri Tech Park and Silversoft Tech Park and arrested 11 kingpins and 72 telecallers. The arrested kingpins were running the racket in Bengaluru for the last 8 months after COVID-19 restrictions were relaxed. The police have seized 136 laptops, 127 desktops, hard disks, pen drives, mobile phones, 3 cars and 2 minibuses from the accused. Shnead Grover incorporates Third Unicorn Private Limited. Shnead Grover has reportedly incorporated a new company named Third Unicorn Private Limited along with his wife Madhuri Jain Grover. As per the data on Toffler, the company was incorporated on July 6 with both Grover and his wife as directors. The company has an authorized share capital of Rs 20 lakh and a total paid-up capital of Rs 10 lakh. Grover had previously said that he would prefer to build a bootstrapped company like Zeta and Zerodha rather than depending on investors. Massive network outage affects ATMs, POS and internet banking in Canada. A major outage of mobile and internet networks caused widespread disruptions across Canada, affecting banks, police emergency lines, and customers. Customers gathered at coffee shops and public libraries to access alternate networks, while financial institutions reported problems with everything from automated machines to cashless payment systems. Rogers Communications said its technical teams were working to restore services as quickly as possible. The company is the leading service provider in Ontario and, along with BCE and TELUS, controls 90% of the market share in Canada. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.